Good morning everybody and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And this morning I come to you from the International Passenger Terminal here at Circular Quay. It's a chilly morning, it's a winter's day, but there's a bit of a breeze blowing, so there's a chill factor which is dropping the temperatures. And you can see the wind just gently agitating the surface of the water, but it's enough to give us an unsettling feeling. And my understanding is that it's snowing at the snowfields, and there'll be frost everywhere. It's one of those late winter cold days, those days that come when you least expect it, because we've been used to having mild conditions over the past couple of weeks and basically getting lulled into a sense of comfort, knowing that spring is just around the corner. But Mother Nature reminds us that God is in control, and life is variable. And we need to just make the most of what we've got when we've got it, and to enjoy all the conditions. So thank you once again for joining me on Jim's 5am Club. I really enjoy taking an opportunity to chat and have a volta, a walk and talk session with you. Today will be no different, given that it's a work week. I'm down here early. What I'll do is I'll walk back to George Street where I'm working, and we'll have a walk and talk session. And today what I want to do is chat to you about a topic which is near and dear to my heart. And the topic for today is who's the greatest thief in our life? Who's the greatest thief in our life? And I want you to sit and think about this, because we are surrounded by thieves, people who thieve us of our future, thieve us of our dreams, thieve us of our energy. They drain us, and they don't allow us to become the full version, the full Monty. They don't allow us to become the full version of who we're meant to be, unless, of course, we sit up and realise that we're surrounded by these thieves, and we take action to free ourselves from the prison that they, with our permission, allow us to be imprisoned in. So the first thief that I want to touch on is the doomsdayer, the people who freeze people, interfere with their views of the world, their views that are unsubstantiated, but because they're very convincing and they talk with such great authority, people believe them. Now, you'll have people who will try and convince you that the price of property is going to crash, that properties are going to drop by 40%. You've got people who, once the share market is in free fall, will sit up and crow and tell you that the share market's going to continue to crash, and that any recovery is just a what do they call it? A dead cat bounce. How many times I've heard people call things a dead cat bounce, and it's going to crash again when it recovers. It's just unbelievable. But what you need to do is you need to eliminate these people from your life, because their views are just going to freeze you. They're not going to allow you to take any steps, and you're going to be imprisoned as the rental class for the rest of your life. You're never going to invest in anything. You're never going to take that first step for fear of the market crashing or the market falling or the property market dropping by 40%, which it's never going to do. I'm telling you now, because if the property market drops by 40%, everybody is in big trouble, and you won't be able to buy a property because the banks won't be lending you the money, because you probably won't have a job as well. So as I've said before, time and time again, the time to invest is when you can afford it, and there is a window of opportunity that everybody has when they're young, when they're in a job, when they're working, when they're early in their marriage, when they've got a couple of incomes coming in, when their parents are alive to help them in terms of being the safety net just in case something happens. Because if you hesitate, you'll never take that first step, because each year gets tougher and tougher. Each year property prices steadily grow, and conditions change. So if you're employed, if your future is fairly secure, then you need to do the leap of faith and invest. Buy a house, buy a property, and get started, because the Sydney property market is a tough one to get into. But once you get into it, you're right. For all those people who have gotten out of the Sydney market, chances of you getting back into the Sydney market are virtually impossible. So my recommendation to everybody is that if you've got Sydney property, keep hold of it and don't let it go, because once you let it go, it will let you go. So in summary, what we're saying today is to avoid any people who try and instill fear in you. Avoid people who are negative. Avoid people who don't allow you or don't encourage you to move forward and to take steps to secure your future. You know who they are. You'll identify them very, very quickly. They're the ones who are authoritarian, who will come up with statistics, will come up with numbers, and basically want to show off and pretend that they are the authority and know what's going on. Because the other thing also is that the future, everybody's future, is unknown. Nobody's been to the future. But one thing for sure and for certain, each of our futures are different, and each of our futures are of our own making. Here we go. While all these ferry boats are lined up here, ready to start their day, it's the Queenscliff that has taken the initiative to be the first out, to commence its journey, and to seek its place in the world. My recommendation to everybody is to be like the Queenscliff today, to be the prime mover, to be the one who initiates its future and doesn't wait for other people to give it permission to be who it is. So in summary, the message from today is to take action. To take action, because only through action you conquer fear. Only through action you build momentum, and only through consistent action you can invest and secure your future, because it's only through investment in shares only through investment in property that you build wealth. Now, not everybody can own a business, and not everybody can run a business. But if you're running a business or owning a business, that's also another way of creating wealth and building wealth. But unless you're investing your income, consistently investing your income, then you're not going to be creating wealth. Just finalising the talk for today, just to let you know that the share markets have made the most remarkable comeback in the history of mankind. They fell with the COVID-19 uncertainty, but now have roared back as we've been told time and time again by Warren Buffett, that markets will drop by up to 10% on a yearly basis and come back and hit new highs. And once every 3 years, they'll drop by up to 30% or more. But as certain as certainty can be, Warren Buffett assures us that they will come back, and not only come back, but also, like that Queenscliff ferry, they'll hit a new record and continue along their path. So don't fear the future. Embrace the future. Embrace uncertainty, because with that embracement, with that courage, with that first step, you are shaping your future. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, wishing you all the best on this beautiful, beautiful day. Stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, sever your ties with anybody who strangles you, who strangles your will to move forward, and spend more time with people who will encourage you to grow, develop, take risks, and to bounce back time and time again. Thank you once again for spending some time with me on Jim's 5am Club, and I look forward to chatting to you again tomorrow, 5am, from a different location, different message, but the objective is for us to work together to build each other up and to keep us propelled and moving forward. Yasas, sasagapao, take care, and we'll chat again from another place, as I said. Bye for now.